Polus project, and our mission is to build bridges between countries through fashion, creative industries, and cultural exchange. May we call on May I call on Miss Tatiana here in front? And now, to formally open our program, may we call on the Vice President for Sales and Marketing, Hospitality and Entertainment at Okada Manila, Ms. Shela Ortega Roberedo, for her welcome remarks. Let's give her a warm round of applause.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shela Ortega Roberedo. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing here at Okada Manila, the largest integrated resort in the Philippines. I would like to extend my special acknowledgement to the people from Russia, Laos, Indonesia, Malaysia, UK, and the USA. People from the Department of Tourism and Department of Trade and Industries, all the people from the fashion and creative industry, our media friends, ladies and gentlemen, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Bench Bello. Can you please stand up to be acknowledged? Of Manila International Fashion Week, for bringing this wonderful event here in Okada Manila. And on behalf of the management and staff of Okada Manila, thank you for your loyalty and continuous patronage. We truly appreciate the partnership. I would also like to congratulate the Creative Industry Summit, Moscow-Manila Creative Industry Summit, for this very successful business forum and opening today. I know that this is a joint initiative by the Alliance of ASEAN Business in Russia, and I believe that this is a milestone event for the Philippines, and I hope that we can continue this beautiful partnership and collaborations amongst our countries. I would also like to emphasize that Russia will be supporting the creative industry field in the field of arts, music, fashion, and digital technologies. So kudos to all of you. Rest assured that Okada Manila will always support your endeavors and advocacies. And we are one with you with your wonderful projects that will come along the way. So we're here to support you 100%. Good afternoon, and if you need help from us, we are just here. Okada Manila will be supporting all of you. Thank you very much and have a wonderful afternoon.
To open this segment, we are honored to introduce a visionary, creative, and a driving force behind the Manila International Fashion Week. Please everyone, let us all welcome Mr. Benj Bello, founder and producer of MIFW, as he shares his personal journey and insights from his own experiences in Russia.
Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. So it is truly an honor to stand before you today at the Moscow-Manila Creative Industry Summit 2025. Dobre den, Bisem. Dobro Posholobat na Pilipine. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all incredible speakers and designers who have contributed their time, energy, and creativity to make this collaboration a success. Also, I want to thank the Department of Trade and Industry for the insightful presentations and discussions about the creative industry landscape in the Philippines. A special thank you as well to the Department of Tourism for joining us today and sharing their current initiatives, particularly on sustainable fashion. So allow me to share a bit of how this summit came to life. So it all started last year during the BRICS Fashion Summit in Moscow, one of the biggest fashion summit in the world. So that's where I met Lobarto. Where's Lobarto? Lobarto, where are you? So, yeah, Lobarto, where are you? Oh, okay. So when I met Lobarto in Moscow, Russia, he introduced me to Amerigo, which is he is a Filipino and based in Moscow. And immediately he contacted me, and we had some coffee, and we had some conversation about the potential of creative collaboration between Manila and Moscow. And that exchange planted a seed for what has now become today's summit. It's just a small conversation, and it started there. So during the same summit, I also had the pleasure of meeting Olga and Tatiana, because I brought like 15 fashion films from the Philippines. We had 15 fashion films. We showed it there. We showcased the fashion and some of the tourist spots here in the Philippines. So from there, they approached me after my speech in Russia. They approached me if I could come to Rostov-Don, Russia. It's like 12-hour train ride from Moscow to Rostov-Don. So, and then it's just a matter of 1 month, I came back to Russia, and yeah, so it started our collaboration. So this is really an amazing woman with Olga. The last time they featured me as the headline designer to showcase 21-piece collection, and there are like more than 1,000 guests, and they featured 450 models. And I'm just really proud because like 1 week, I'm the headline in the news in Russia. So super thank you for that. So when I arrived in Moscow, I'm going to welcome me in Moscow airport, and then go straight to the train station. And I'm not really prepared for like 12-hour ride in the train. That was my first time. But you know, I enjoy it a lot with the snow, because you know here in the Philippines there's no snow. So I enjoyed the travel, like even though 12 hours is, but it's okay. And then the next morning we spoke at the press conference, the biggest like press people in Russia. So we had a press conference with Russia media and bloggers, opening the door to cultural professional exchange. And then we had a meeting with the Rostov-Don Chamber of Commerce, and we planned a lot. We planned a lot about this summit, and it's all started there. So, and then this summit represents the power of connection. So it started with simple conversation with Amerigo and Lobarto, and led to something far greater. So there's a lot of opportunities after this summit. And this is a platform that brings together creatives from different sides of the world. So I would like to acknowledge our designers from UK, USA. We have Dr. Kenny from Malaysia just arrived with his team. I think there are like 20 Malaysians. And then tomorrow from Timor-Leste, Indonesia, and we have from Australia as well, models from Australia. Of course, we have from Laos, yeah, designer from Laos. So I'm so excited for the Sunday show. So I hope you can watch and witness how this kind of collaboration works. So, once again, thank you everyone for who made this summit possible. I would like to thank our media friends, photographers, and all the sponsors, the icons. We have Miss Lynn, our newest MIFW ambassador. We have Emily C, our partner in the US. She brings all the designs from USA. Of course, the cover of the MIFW special edition of the magazine, Miss Emily, and Marin Llamas from USA. And a lot more. Our performer, Gianni, our sponsors, Purple Hearts, Remote, and the perfumes. Yeah. So this is just a start for this wonderful collaboration. I would like also to acknowledge the Mandaue Chamber of Commerce for coming over to witness. And they wanted us to bring this summit in the Fashion Week in Cebu next year. And of course, from Japan, Ms. Marjorie Kobayashi, thank you so much for for the support and for allowing us to showcase your collection. So, what else can I ask for? Of course, Derek Larry, Ice Skin Aesthetic Lifestyle, and my friend from Rubicel, Miss Linda Moya, Fabric, Lalaine, of course, Michelo, and UK, Rose from UK, so what else? And I'm just excited for the fashion show next on Sunday. So I hope we can see you there. So thank you so much, our friends from Malaysia, Indonesia. They just arrived today. So thank you so much. Thank you. Espasibo.
Now to continue the ball rolling, may I call on our moderator, Mr. Americo. Here.
I'm back. Welcome back again in our summit. Thank you very much, Toby, for having me. Thank you very much. We are really happy this having you are here. It's a special place, Okada Manila. And once our Russian friends came in, wow, what a beautiful place. Where are you? Are you in the Philippines? Yes, we're in the Philippines. We don't know Philippines. We know only Bali. We know only Thailand. No, there's a special place in Philippines like Okada. And of course, the people. So, for further look at this, may I invite you, Mr. Tiana, to start your presentation.
Two styles, two powerful words, modern and colors, symbols of beauty, growth, ambition, respect for traditions, and connection with nature. Born and golden with fields, Tatiana Medina and Lourdes Yakoveva's project has grown into the International Family Festival, Moda Colors, fashion shows, design and model competitions, charity initiatives, masterclasses, photo and video shoots, fashion films, exhibitions, vocal and dance performances, lectures, markets. The festival welcomes 2,000 plus guests and participants, designers, models, artists, bloggers, and talents from across Russia, seas, and beyond. 2 festivals per year, held in breathtaking natural landscapes and are the largest venues in the southern Russia, featuring unparalleled set designs. We address pressing issues, championing slow fashion, promoting mindful consumption, actively involving people with disabilities. A global mission, partnerships with ASEAN, hosting the Russia-Philippines Summit. Join the Moda Colors movement, become a partner, invest in talent, and create the future together.
Добрый день, дамы и господа, уважаемые коллеги. Я рада приветствовать вас. Для меня большая честь присутствовать сегодня здесь, в Маниле, где культура и бизнес строят будущее международного сотрудничества между Азией и Россией. Всего лишь год назад мы представить не могли, что именно наш проект задаст тренд на модную дипломатию.
I am glad to welcome you. It is a great honor for me to be here today in Manila, where culture and business are creating the future of international cooperation between Asia and Russia. I am a co-founder of the Moscow-Manila project, and our mission is to build bridges between countries through fashion, creative industries, and cultural exchange. Just a year ago, would not imagine that I would be our project that would set trend for fashion and diplomacy.
Предтечей стало важное событие в нашей стране – подписание декларации о создании Международной модной федерации БРИКС, что вдохновило нас на собственные инициативы. Мы решили действовать. Познакомившись осенью прошлого года с основателем Manila International Fashion Week, замечательным дизайнером Бенч Белла на московском конкурсе, где наш фильм «Городские кочевники» стал призером, мы пригласили Бенч Белла стать хедлайнером нашего проекта ESG-фестиваля, который проходил в Ростове-на-Дону. Бенч добирался целые сутки, впервые увидел снег и прокатился на поезде.
The Pisacure was an important event in our country, the signing of the Declaration on the creation of the International Fashion Federation, BRICS, which inspired us to take our own initiatives, and we decided to turn words into action. Having met the founder of MIFW, Mr. Bench Bello, last fall at the Moscow competition, where our fashion film Urban Nomads won a prize, we invited him as a headliner to the ESG festival in Rostov-on-Don. The designer traveled a whole day to get a homeland, saw snow for the first time, and rode in train emotionally with a smile.
Приглашение филиппинского дизайнера, подписание меморандума с Асией, переговоры партнеров с ростовским бизнес-сообществом, помощь в налаживании связей между столицами в рамках настоящего саммита. Каждый этап этого сотрудничества, включая мое выступление здесь, стали нашим первым шагом на пути модной дипломатии, доказав, что мода не имеет границ. С момента основания нашего проекта мы сознательно выбрали модель предпринимательства, ориентированную на получение как экономического результата, так и на реальную пользу обществу. Сегодня проект «Модоколос» — это уникальное культурно-модное мероприятие, которое проходит каждый год и собирает участников и гостей из разных уголков России и за рубежа. В том числе в проекте участвуют дети с ограниченными возможностями здоровья. И наша цель — это объединение креативного бизнес-сообщества, разделяющего интерес к экологической повестке, продвижение российских производителей модной индустрии и привлечение внимания общества к важным экологическим вопросам. Наш проект стал известным благодаря уникальному подходу изобразительного метода, соединяя моду и природу. И вы могли это видеть на нашей видеопрезентации.
Inviting a Filipino designer, signing a memorandum with Asian business negotiation between partners and the Rostov businesses, community helping to establish ties between the capitals within the framework of the summit, participation of Russian designers in MIFW, each stage of this cooperation, including my speech here, became the first step of our fashion diplomacy, proving that fashion erases boundaries. Since the foundation of our project, we have consciously chosen a business model that is focused on obtaining both an economic result and a real benefit for society. Today, Moscow-Manila project is a unique cultural and fashion event that brings together participants and guests from all over Russia. And from abroad, our goal is to unite and be creative.
Модоколос — это семейный фестиваль, предоставляющий возможности для творческого роста как детей, так и молодежи. И креативные индустрии сегодня активно развиваются не только у нас в стране. Креатив — это инвестиция в будущее, где прибыль идет рука об руку с прогрессом. Внедрение креатива играет важную роль в формировании конкурентоспособного бизнеса и создании новых рабочих мест. А массовые фестивали, подобные нашему, способствуют стимулированию творчества, поддержанию креативных рынков и предотвращению оттока населения и творчества в крупные мегаполисы, а также способствуют развитию страны.
Business community interested in ecology promote Russian fashion industry, manufacturers, and attract public attention to social and environmental issues. Children with disabilities from different regions of Russia participate in the project. Modoculus has been a project. Modoculus has become known for its original approach to the visual method combining fashion and nature. You just watched the project video business card.
Уже полученный опыт сотрудничества с ASEAN и Manila International Fashion Week предоставляет нам возможности рассматривать перспективные направления в создании новых совместных инициатив. И проект Modoculus при поддержке Manila International Fashion Week инициирует создание международного фестиваля короткометражного кино под названием Modoculus Vision, который будет проходить ежегодно в Ростове-на-Дону. Фильмы учат подростков социальным нормам, знакомят их с другими культурами, помогая формировать личность и понимать мир. Поэтому мы решили запустить свой язык общения с нашей аудиторией. Это короткие фэшн-фильмы. Это уникальный способ показать российскую и мировую моду, креативные индустрии, поднимая важные социальные и экологические темы.
The experience gained from the cooperation with Asian and MIFW allows us to consider promising areas for new joint initiatives. The Modoculus project, with support of MIFW, initiates the creation of the International Short Film Festival Modoculus Vision, which will be held annually in Rostov-on-Don. Film production plays an important role in the education of the future generation. Films teach teenagers social norms and introduce them to other cultures, helping them to form their personality and understand the world. That's why we decided to launch a new language of communication with our audience, short fashion films. This is a fascinating way to show Russian and world fashion creative industry rising important in social and environmental issues.
Я нахожусь здесь, в прекрасном городе Маниле, и по-русски это звучит очень привлекательно. И у нас есть прекрасная возможность обсудить все подробности нашего сотрудничества и официально закрепить партнерство в организации этого важного фестиваля.
I am here in the beautiful city of Manila. In Russian, it sounds very attractive. And we have a great opportunity to discuss the details of cooperation with MIFW and officially secure our partnership in organizing this important festival.
Мы также надеемся на съемку фильмов в соавторстве с российскими и филиппинскими режиссерами, дизайнерами и моделями. Потому что Modoculus Vision — это не просто арт-проект, это настоящий диалог культур, понятный во всем мире. И невозможно говорить о будущем без инвестиций в тех, кто это будущее создает. Поэтому в перспективе мы рассматриваем программы обмена, где студенты российских вузов смогут стажироваться в Филиппинах, а филиппинские в России. Организовать менторство от ведущих дизайнеров, создать совместные арт-площадки и организовать международный конкурс дизайнеров. Все это создаст прочную платформу для укрепления культурных связей между Россией и странами ASEAN, доказав, что мода не имеет границ.
We also hope to shoot a film co-authored by Russian and Filipino director, designers, and models. Modoculus Vision is not just an art project. It is a dialogue of cultures understandable all over the world. It is impossible to talk about the future without investing in those who create. In the future, we promise developing exchange programs. Students from Russian universities can do internships in the Philippines. And Filipino students in Russia organizing mentoring from recognized designers join art residences. In international design competitions, all these we create a solid platform for the development of cultural ties between Russia and the Asian countries.
И в заключение я хотела бы сказать, что мода — это не просто бизнес, это способ создавать смысл. И я верю, что вместе мы можем создать новый полюс модной индустрии, укрепить культурные и экономические связи между Россией и странами Асии. Давайте начнем этот путь вместе по устойчивому мосту креативных индустрий. Благодарю за внимание.
In the conclusion, I would like to say that fashion is more than a business. This is a way to create meanings, and I believe that together we can create a new pole of the fashion industry, strengthen cultural and economic ties, and prove that creativity knows no bounds. Let's start this journey together on a sustainable bridge of creative industries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tatiana, spasiba. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. For the meantime, let us show you a video from Lilian Salonga. Go ahead, please.
Isang maligayang hapon sa inyong lahat. To our esteemed creative industry leaders and partners, good afternoon. On behalf of the Department of Trade and Industry Secretary Maria Cristina Aldigar Roque and our DTI Competitiveness and Innovation Supervising Head, Assistant Secretary Naila Riza Di Bautista, it is my pleasure to be with you here today and speak on their behalf. It's an honor to join you at the Manila International Fashion Week 2025. This is more than just a showcase of stunning garments and brilliant designers. It is a celebration of our creative economy and how fashion continues to tell our stories and shape our future as Filipinos. We begin with the landmark development that set the foundation of the creative industry's growth. The passage of Republic Act number 11904 or the Philippine Creative Industries Development Act known as the PICIDA. This law was a crucial step in ensuring that Filipino creatives are not just recognized but fully supported. The PICIDA also established the Philippine Creative Industries Development Council, which the Department of Trade and Industry chairs. With this council, we are now building a more robust and well-coordinated creative ecosystem where Filipino talent is empowered to thrive not only here at home, but also on the global stage. This law is a recognition of your talent and it gives value to your creativity. It sets in motion programs that help you sharpen your skills, protect your work, and unlock more opportunities. More importantly, it signals that the government sees you, supports you, and believes in your potential. The importance of this support becomes even more apparent when we consider the current data. According to the Philippine Statistical Authority, the creative economy contributed 7.3% to the country's GDP in 2024, amounting to about 1.94 trillion pesos. It provided also a significant contribution to our employment of about 7.26 million Filipinos. This impressive 8.7% growth from the previous year reflects the rising momentum of our creative sectors and the opportunities they create. To put it simply, it is an economy where ideas, culture, and creativity generate income, jobs, and meaningful impact. Globally, the creative industries are worth over $2 trillion US. Here in the Philippines, our own numbers are growing steadily. It's an affirmation of the value of Filipino talent and ingenuity. Creative industries do more than boost the economy. They tell the world who we are as Filipinos. In fashion, we do not merely create garments. We tell stories of heritage, pride, and identity. Our use of indigenous fabrics, traditional weaving techniques, and bold contemporary silhouettes reflect a deep sense of place and purpose. Whether it is embroidery of Tivoli artisans or modern reinvention of our barong, Filipino fashion expresses culture with elegance and innovation. These creations carry our history while pointing to the future. Aligned with this vision is DTI's flagship initiative for the creative industries, known as the Malikhaing Pinoy Program. This initiative champions Filipino creativity across multiple fronts, from capacity building and mentorship and to policy development as well as market access. To support and cultivate creative excellence, our DTI's Malikhaing Pinoy program continues to roll out key initiatives that uplift Filipino creatives and provide them with opportunities to thrive. Among this, the Young Creatives Challenge, organized through the initiative of Senator Amy Marcos, stands as the grandest battle of creativity. It inspires and showcases talent in songwriting, screenwriting, playwriting, graphic novels, animation, game development, and online content creation. Also, an important initiative is our Lunsa, adopted by 62 cities across the country. This strengthens local creative economies at the grassroots level by empowering governments to implement community-based creative projects and support artists and artisans at the grassroots level. We also have Fiesta Haraya, held both regionally and nationally, shines a spotlight on local creative expressions and platforms for sharing artistry, highlighting our traditions, stories, and innovation. And through the Philippine Creative Industry Month, or PISIM, we celebrate a full spectrum of Filipino creativity every month of September, ensuring that creative contributions are not only seen and heard, but also celebrated and sustained. Moreover, innovation remains a central pillar of our strategy. At the DTI, innovation is not just policy objective. It is a collaborative mission, and through the Philippine Startup Development Program, jointly implemented with the DOST and DICT, under the Innovative Startup Act, we delivered integrated support for startups, including seed funding, mentorship, infrastructure, and exposure to local and global platforms. We build stronger industry academic linkages through programs such as Enterprise Digital Upgrading for MSMEs and Startup Pilipinas initiatives like IDEA, Advance, and GAP. These programs equip startups and creative enterprises with tools to scale, boost digital readiness, and foster collaboration across sectors. We bridge traditional and emerging industries through the Smart Lake program, connecting MSMEs and large enterprises with startups offering tech solutions. The iLeap program, co-implemented with partners, bring Filipino startups to international stages, giving them access to new markets, investors, and networks. Access to capital. We launched a startup venture fund with the National Development Company, the country's first government-backed investment fund for startups. This helps early-stage ventures accelerate growth and scale sustainability. Innovation also happens beyond urban centers. In partnership with the OST and USA, we help establish regional inclusive innovation centers, now evolving into self-sustained regional innovation ecosystems led by regional stakeholders. These local hubs harness regional strengths to co-create innovative strategies. Moving on to Tatak Pinoy, crucial to the entire innovation framework, we are enabling laws that signal the government's long-term commitment. Along with PISIDA, we have the Philippine Innovation Act, the Innovative Startup Act, the Create More Act, and the newly enacted Tatak Pinoy Law. These laws build a strong foundation for research, development, product commercialization, and support for proudly Filipino industries and talents. These efforts reflect a broader commitment to build an enabling environment where innovation is driven by co-creation, mutual trust, and shared progress. As we move forward, we remain committed to realizing our vision, the Philippines as the leading creative nation, a place where innovation is nurtured, creative work is valued, and every artist, designer, and cultural worker can pursue their craft with dignity and purpose. Ultimately, we believe that this creative nation will rise to become Asia's premier creative hub by 2030 through sustained collaboration, forward-thinking, policy, and support from all sectors. We can realize these goals together. It is also a win for us to see Filipinos shine and through in this celebration. On June 8th, we will be witnessing such talents on the official runway of the Manila International Fashion Week alongside international designers from Indonesia, Japan, the United States, the United Kingdom, Malaysia, Laos, and Russia. Among the young faces to watch is Jason Kong, a rising designer whose signature style blends with streetwear with deep cultural roots. Known for his innovative fabric manipulation and storytelling through fashion, Jason represents a new generation of Filipino designers ready to conquer global stage. We also take pride in Bench Bello, the visionary founder of Manila International Fashion Week, whose commitment to nurture talent and rising the profile of Filipino fashion has helped position MIFW as one of Asia's premier fashion platforms. Through his leadership, MIFW continues to bring together designers from around the world, creating a melting pot of ideas, style, and creativity. And of course, we celebrate the legacy and continued brilliance of Rene Salud, a revered icon in Philippine fashion. Known for his decades-long advocacy of indigenous fabric and local craftsmanship, Rene's work through Bravo Filipino honors the country's cultural heritage with timeless elegance. His participation is not only a highlight of MIFW, but also a powerful reminder of how Filipino identity shines through in every stitch and silhouette. This exciting mix of energy and seasoned artistry at MIFW 2025 reflects the very heart of our creative industries, rooted in heritage, but always looking forward. Thank you, and may the rest of the Fashion Week continue to inspire, empower, and elevate Filipino creativity. Mabuhay ang mabuhay.
Mabuhay ang Pilipinas! Mabuhay po kayo! Mabuhay ang Okada Manila! In Moscow, I've been invited in the forum and I tell about the Philippines, but we, the Alliance, we promote ASEAN business in Russia. And we're lucky we have Dr. Anyway to represent Malaysia. Good.
Selamat sejahtera Malaysia. I know that we have nearly 20 of us here from Malaysia, and Mabuhay, Philippines! This is the first time I'm having my talk here in Philippines. Actually, this is not my first trip. I'm already here. This is my third one, and I love Manila very much. So that's why I'm here. And of course, whatever it is, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Danny Koo. Because of him, I'm here today, right? And for this trip, of course, I'm joining the Manila International Fashion Week. That will be on Sunday. And for this time, I'm bringing our Nonya Kebaya, a UNESCO Heritage for Humanity and a living legacy for Southeast Asia. I do believe that this is the first time that Nonya Kebaya revealed in Philippines. Okay, let's go for the next one. Okay, let's go for a short introduction about myself. My name is Kenny Low. I'm from Penang, Malaysia. I'm sure you all know where is Penang, right? Penang is an island. It's a beautiful island. And then you are welcome all the time. And then now, if you like durian, now is the Penang local durian season. You are welcome all the time. And for your information, before I become a fashion designer, I was a nutritionist for 10 years after I graduated from my master. And then after that, I start my own brand, Canino Couture, to focus on Nonya Kebayas and also the beaded shoes to continue my family legacy, which is Baba Nonya is a culture of my family. And of course, with these more than 8 years of hard work, I do have collaborate with the Malaysia Airlines, Fireflies, Marriott's hotel groups, and of course some of the banks like OCBC Premium Bank in Malaysia. Okay, next. Okay, now is the time to review what is Nonya Kebayas. Yeah, actually it's a traditional attire worn by the straight-born Chinese women known as Nonya in Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and of course we also have it in Thailand and Brunei. And the kebaya is a fitted blouse, often made of sheer voile or cotton, adorned with a hand embroidery. Yes, the embroidery is handcrafted. Yeah, this is the best part of the Nonya Kebaya, and worn with a batik sarung. It reflects centuries of cultural fusion, combining Chinese motif, Malay tailoring, and European lace influence. So when you look at the whole attire of the Nonya Kebaya, Nonya Sarung Kebaya, you can see there are many influence, many cultures on this outfit. And then what you can see over here, the top is a pink color Nonya Kebaya, and then the embroidery is handcrafted. And you can see the batik sarung is also handcrafted. And the beaded shoes, the shoes is wearing by, actually she's my sister-in-law, my elder brother wife. And then she is wearing the beaded shoes, which is also handcrafted too. Okay, next. So, in December 2025, to be exact, 5th of December 2024, Kebaya was officially inscribed into UNESCO representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. So that's why this year we are working very hard to promote our Nonya Kebaya, to bring Nonya Kebaya around the world, because of this inception of the UNESCO for the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. So this historical recognition was the result of the joint nomination by Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and Brunei, a celebration of shared heritage across borders. Sorry, I missed out Thailand too. Actually, there are 5 countries, right? And it acknowledged the kebaya as a living cultural practice, cherished by the communities and artisans for the generation. Actually, for your information, the Nonya Kebayas actually is still run by our Nonyas. Yeah? We call it Nonyas in Malaysia. And even though those who are not Nonya, we are also wearing Nonya Kebayas too. It's to represent Malaysia. Okay, next. So each of the kebaya is a work of art, adorned with a hand embroidery and like phoenixes, peonies, butterflies, and tropical flora. So what you can see from the photos is how I make my embroidery. I'm using the traditional vintage sewing machine, and then of course I'm now using the electrical machine too. Yeah. So the process involves meticulous needleworks, beadworks for kasut manik, which is also known as beaded shoes, and pairing with a personalized batik sarung. passed down through generation. It's not only fashion, but a way of expressing identity, artistry, and womanhood. Actually, for your information, this Nyonya Kebayas, actually we do have nearly 600 years of the history. Yep, okay, next. So for today, the kebaya is embraced in both traditional ceremonies and contemporary fashion, thanks to effort of artisans, designers, and cultural advocates. And as for my brand, Canelo Couture, we showcase kebaya in exhibition, pageants. Yes, there are many of our Miss Malaysia. It's like what you see on the photos is a Miss International Malaysia 2024, which also won the top 25 for the Miss International 2024. She is wearing Nyonya Kebayas for her traditional costume competition. And what you see over here, the ladies with pink, for those who are watching China or the Chinese movie, I'm sure that you are familiar with her. She is Fan Ping. And then when she was in Malacca recently, as a Malacca International Tourism Ambassador, she's wearing my Nyonya Kebayas to showcase to the world. Yeah, and besides that, we do have Hong Kong celebrities like Amy Yips also. When she was in Penang, she also wear my kebaya. And then I do welcome every one of you here from Manila, from Philippines, from anywhere, any parts of the world. Please come to Penang, and then please come and experience the Nyonya Kebayas. So the UNESCO listing reminds us that the heritage belongs to all humanity. Yes, it's for humanity. It's not about Baba Nyonya culture. It's not about Penang. It's not about Malaysia, but it's for the humanity and must be nurtured with respect, pride, and love. Okay, next. So the Nyonya Kebaya is more than clothing. It's a symbol of unity, artistry, and resilience. Why is it known as a unity? Because from this Nyonya Sarung Kebaya, actually you can see there are many influences, including Chinese, Malays, Thais, Burmese, and even though the Europe influence in our Nyonya Kebayas. Now, as a UNESCO recognized heritage for humanity, let us really protect it and pass it on. And I do believe that there is the first ever Filipino who wear my Nyonya Kebayas. 什么名字哈 Filipino 那个 models, the models that wear my kebaya for the photo. Tiffany Gray. I'm not sure whether you're familiar with Tiffany Gray. Yeah, she wear my kebaya before for the photo shooting, and of course, when we wear kebaya, we wear history. We not just wear the kebaya, but we wear the history, and we carry the soul of culture, not just Malaysian culture, but Southeast Asia culture into the future. Next. Yeah, these are the fireflies. Yeah, to wear a kebaya is to honor the hands and stitch it, the story that shaped it, and the people who carried forward. Yes, Tiffany Gray. I forgot. I got her photos, and then the middle one is Hong Kong celebrities Amy Yip, and of course not just a Miss International Malaysia, but we do have a Miss Supranational Malaysia. We do have Miss Asia Pacific Malaysia, and there are many Miss too. Our pageant queen also wearing our Nyonya Kebayas to showcase to the world. Okay, next. I think that's all for my presentation. And then if you want to know more about the Nyonya Kebayas, don't forget to get your tickets. It's where we are going to showcase 14 sets of Nyonya Kebayas on coming Sunday. Coming Sunday with 14 models from Malaysia. And I hope that everyone will love it. And if you want to connect, and then I'm looking for the collaboration too. If you need anything I can help out, for the collaboration too, this is my, you can email to my email, marketing@caneloculture.com, or if you want to contact me through Instagram and Facebook, there will be Canelo Couture, and then the number on the screen actually is my personal number. I seldom showcase my personal number, but anyway, this is my personal number, and then you can get me through WhatsApp too with this number. So from here, I would like to end my presentation and see you all on Sunday.
the last one I will be the person. And now the next person, the next speaker. You know how many Russian tourists travel to Thailand? Any guess? How many? No guess? How about you? How many? How many? No. Every year, 1 million, more than 1 million Russian tourists visit Thailand. Why Philippines behind? We can do it also, right? Yes! That's why we are lucky to have the president to be here, representing the tourists.
Thank you very much, sir. Maayong hapon sa inyong tanan. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Zeni Palugna. I'm one of the directors of the Philippine Department of Tourism. I take care of our international markets, including Russia. So I'm so fortunate to have with us our representative from Cebu, who went to Russia to promote the Philippines, not only for tourism but also for business as well. So before I'll start with my presentation, I would like to thank Mr. Bench Bello. Thank you for organizing this event and supporting our tourism industry, for bringing 65 foreign guests in our country just for this event. Miss Tanya, thank you for the project that you will be having in the Philippines. It will make a big difference, not only for the fashion industry, but also for tourism. For Kenny, I'm so glad to meet you here. For the first time, I'll be visiting your town, your Penang, the province of Penang. I'll be visiting it. But I will be inviting you as well to visit some of our communities where you can see our weaving communities in the Philippines. Thank you. And for Mr. Patel, thank you also for promoting our country. So to our distinguished guests and fashion industry leaders and cultural advocates like me, mabuhay. Today we are gathered to celebrate the very soul of Filipino creativity, woven into every thread, every pattern, and every vibrant hue that graces this event. I met a lot of Filipino women entrepreneurs here today. Thank you so much. On behalf of the Department of Tourism and Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Frasco, we are deeply honored to be with you today to the Moscow-Manila Creative Industry Summit. Threads of Heritage, celebrating Philippine textiles in the global creative industries, is more than just today's theme. It represents our unwavering commitment to placing Filipino culture and traditions at the center of tourism development where they rightfully belong. Our National Tourism Development Plan for 2023 and 2028 provides our North Star to establish a Philippine tourism industry anchored on Filipino culture, heritage, and identity, which aims to be sustainable, resilient, and competitive in order to transform the Philippines in a tourism powerhouse in Asia. And through this fashion industry, we will be able to achieve our goal of making the Philippines a tourism powerhouse in Asia. Our vision is clear. We will leverage our rich cultural assets, exceptional talents, and living traditions not just to drive tourism development, but to share with the world the profound depth of our culture, heritage, and identity. We are not simply promoting destinations. We are sharing the Filipino soul. Cultural tourism serves as our primary vehicle for this mission. The UN Tourism defines cultural tourism a type of tourism activity in which the visitor's essential motivation is to learn, discover, experience, and consume the tangible and intangible cultural attractions in a tourism destination. But we go beyond this definition. We create participatory experiences, aesthetic, intellectual, and deeply emotional encounters that transform visitors in cultural ambassadors and forge lasting connections between communities. So this is our cultural tourism framework. As a government entity, our cultural tourism framework encompasses 6 dynamic sub-topic products. We have cultural and heritage destination. We have creative tourism, food and gastronomy tourism, pilgrimage tourism, arts tourism, living cultures. Today, as we explore our textiles, communities, and designers, we focus on 3 transformative areas. The first, creative tourism, draws on our tradition and creative assets to co-create authentic experiences with local communities. Arts tourism celebrates our extraordinary talents and craft-centered destination, showcasing creativity that spans generation. The third one would be the living cultures, honors the daily expression of our communities, tradition woven into ritual, textiles, and stories that flow from one generation to the next, like an unbroken river identity. Philippine textiles transcend their material form. They are living narratives, breathing stories, passed from grandmother to granddaughter, from master weaver to eager apprentice. Each stand carries the DNA of our ancestors. Each dye reflects the color of our landscapes, and each weave tells tales of pride, resilience, and artistry. Until now, you can still visit our various communities all over the Philippines. For our indigenous communities, weaving represents far more than craft. It is cultural conservation in its purest form. It is the preservation of identity, the transmission of wisdom, and the maintenance of sacred connection to ancestral knowledge. So let me share the stories woven in some of our most celebrated textiles. We have Hablon from Iloilo and Cebu, embodies the power of revival. Once nearly lost to time, community workshops have breathed new life into these vibrant textiles, creating a beautiful synergy between cultural preservation and sustainable livelihoods. Another one would be the Tinon textile. From the Yakan weavers of Zamboanga Peninsula, tell stories in bold patterns and vivid colors. So each design carries deep symbolic meaning rooted in ancestral identity. Inabel from the Ilocos region. So we traveled because the Philippines is an archipelago and it is divided into 3 big islands. We have the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. First, we traveled from Visayas, one of the 2nd largest islands in the Philippines. We go to Mindanao, in the southern part of the Philippines, and we move to Luzon. So this is how our textile and our culture, how rich our culture is. So beyond the celebrated examples, hundreds of other textiles represents our diverse regions and communities. So their sustainability versatility spans from everyday essential to haute couture, proving that cultural heritage and practical innovation are natural partners. When we integrate local textiles and include local designers and communities in our tourism offerings, we create experiences that are sustainable, immersive, and authentically Filipino. So this integration breathes life into our living cultures, creative and art tourism products. An example to this would be Rene Salud. For the past, I think, 3 decades already, we brought Rene Salud in our international arena. Through tourism, he was able to visit like Europe, Canada, US, and other parts of the world just to share our fabrics, our fashion, and the textile of our local communities. So whether visitors are learning tradition weaving techniques, witnessing natural dyeing demonstrations, or wearing garments embedded with centuries of tradition, Philippine textiles attract discerning travelers who deeply value heritage and masterful craftsmanship. So this magnificent tradition thrived because of entire weaving community. Furthermore, most of them are women who serve as guardians of cultural conservation, sources of sustainable employment, and patient teachers preparing the next generation to cherish. So my next slide, I would be sharing with you a video about the Tiboli culture and weaving traditions in the southern part of the Philippines. This is the story of Chita Sula. It's not? Okay, sorry. This is a beautiful story of one of our weavers in southern Philippines. And if you want to visit Lake Cebu, you can still see her there doing the weaving with the community. You can buy a beautiful handcrafted like this that I'm having now, or you can have your own design of the fabric. So sorry for technical.
Si Chita Sulan, 49 years old, from Lake Cebu, South Cotabato. Ako po ay tagal na maghahabi. Ito yung isang kultura na minana namin sa mga pamilya. Ang pinagmalaki namin yung tinalak ang siyang identity ng Tiboli within Lake Cebu. Napakahalaga yung industry, bakit kami pumapasok dito dahil wala nang ibang magpuproduce ng tinalak. So kami bilang tribo, we promote yung sariling amin para hindi mawawala. Yung pagkahabi ay ito na yung kakabal ng tradisyon namin. Yung pagdidesign ng mga dream weavers, wala yung pattern, wala yung sa imagination nila. Yung aming ginagawa is very intricate sa ibang weaver dito sa Pilipinas. Para sa akin, napakahalaga ang turismo, especially sa industry ng paghahabi. Dahil karapatan din namin ipaglago ito upang magpatuloy. Napakahalaga at malaking tulong ang Department of tourism, lalo't lalo na kay Sec Cristina Garcia Frasco. Dahil sa kanila, na-promote po yung mga produkto na gawa namin sa hobby. At natulungan po kami na pumunta ng ibang bansa. At mula doon, marami na tayong nakilala. At interesado po sila sa mga hobby namin. Ito yung gusto namin ipagpatuloy pa. Kahit alam namin mahirap, it takes a month to process yung tinala. Gusto namin ipinagbana pa kahit ilang generasyon.
This is the beautiful story of Chita Sulan, one of our Philippine weavers from South Cotabato. And this is how we weave our culture, our destination, and our weaving community. And we also bring them to our international travel shows, like in Europe. That's why she mentioned it there. Because we want to preserve, this is our way of preserving and promoting our cultural heritage. And one of our flagship program for the Department of Tourism is the Philippine Experience Program. And that is why we are also promoting the different islands, the different weaving communities in the Philippines through this program. So the Likha or Creation and Pamana Heritage component specifically highlight our cultural richness and artistic traditions. The Philippine Pavilion in Osaka, another program of the Philippine Department of Tourism, stands as a monument to Filipino craftsmanship on the world stage, featuring 212 hand-woven textiles from 18 regions, the largest collaboration of Filipino weavers in history. This pavilion makes a powerful statement about sustainable tourism. You can still visit the Osaka Philippine Pavilion in Osaka. It was opened last April, and the Osaka World Trade Expo will end in October. And we have a beautiful pavilion there, featuring our different fabrics and textiles. Filipino designers are emerging as a powerful voices in the global creative movement. International fashion icon Fernie Oni Amato recently unveiled a stunning collection created exclusively with Filipino textiles, demonstrating how our traditional material can command respect on the world's most prestigious stages. True fashion leadership demands both sustainability and innovation. The Department of Tourism actively explores collaborations with agencies like DOST and visionary local designers to incorporate both conventional and indigenous materials into contemporary fashion. Our sustainability initiatives showcase groundbreaking practices. Recycled textile strips that transform discarded clothes into beautiful new fabrics through traditional looming weaving. Upcycled plastic material. I will show you my bag. This is my bag. This is made of plastics coming from the markets, and it is made in Cebu. This is sold internationally. So from a plastic bag that you buy in the market, especially in the small towns, they converted this one into a beautiful bag that you can use. Right? Beautiful. Upcycled material. This is just one of the examples that we have. We have a lot of accessories too that this artist make in the Philippines. Natural plant-based dyes that create stunning colors without environmental impact. We also have unique vines here. It's called agsam. Agsam is a vine found in the southern part of the Philippines, particularly in Surigao del Sur. They make the agsam vine. You can only find it there, find it there in Surigao del Sur. They made it as accessories. Smart textile innovations featuring water repellent, fire resistant, photocatalytic, and antimicrobial properties. So these initiatives prove that environmental responsibility and cultural authenticity can create extraordinary fashion innovations. Policy development and strategic government collaboration amplify our impact. As an ex-officio member of the Philippine Creative Industries Development Council, the Department of Tourism champions creative and arts tourism that provides immersive experiences while showcasing our nation's innovative and creative spirit. So through our active membership in the Design Advisory Council, we helped craft the National Design Policy. Our partnership with the Design Center of the Philippines and key stakeholders champions design as a transformative tool that enhances not only tourism but the quality of life of all Filipinos. We also do collaborative network with Department of Trade and Industry, Commission on Higher Education, Department of Education, and National Commission for Culture and Arts, and other vital partners. The Department of Tourism provides invaluable platforms for our artisans through trade fairs, consumer activation, and strategic participation in international events. Right now, we have an ongoing Likha exhibition. So if some of you have time, it's in Intramuros. So we opened it yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So you can see our artisans there with all their creative artworks and items. So this collaborative ecosystem brings together government, private sector, and local communities and creative visionaries, just like Bench Bello here, in a shared mission to promote and sustain Filipino heritage and innovation for generations to come. So in closing, let us remember that textiles are never just pieces of cloth. They are our history, made tangible, our identity made visible, and our future made possible. So when we champion them in tourism, fashion, and global forum like this, we don't simply conserve Filipino culture. We invite the entire world to experience its beauty, depth, and relevance. So let us continue supporting the threads that hold our heritage together, weaving a future that is proudly Filipino, deeply sustained, and internationally celebrated. So together we will ensure that the sound of loom continues to echo in our villages, that the wisdom of our weavers flows to new generation, and that Philippines textile take their rightful place on the world stage. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much, and love the Philippines.
Last na po to. I know you're so tired. I'm also so tired of studying. But this is the last one. The last speaker is myself. Good news, very short. Very short, okay? I promise. Very short. So, okay. Well, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, we came here 3 weeks ago and then straight to business missions, and then went to Cebu, you know, with the signing of the Marindawe, and then went back here, meet my friend Bench Bello. But let me tell you straight, I'm not from the government. No, I'm not even from the, Russian business community. I came here by myself because of this man. You know why? Let me just. We went together in Moscow, and I saw this man so tired, like he's walking. And then, Marigo, let's do it. Okay, we went to Moscow. My first time in Moscow, to be honest. Okay, let's go. So this is the train. And then we traveled by train, it's too cold. We went outside. Wow, beautiful place. And then we come back from the stop to Moscow. He's still alive. Me, I was so tired. So we have some meetings from the, from the ambassadors of the Philippines, and then some business community. Yeah, I'm ready. Mr. Bench, you're a strong man, okay? Stronger than me. It's not about this, it's about this, yeah? I know that. So, okay, just short, Moscow. I don't know to tell about this. My friend, Mr. Lobarto from Indonesia, he mentioned about our, activities. We acted with the business community. We work with our Russian partners. We tell them, Russia, we, the ASEAN countries, we're here. We're open for business. Don't look to the West. Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam. We work with different partners. But for me, I come here to present about education, not about business, about tourism, education. But we need to upskill the Filipinos, because Filipinos are very talented. We have the story about the woman, the Filipino. She was a domestic worker. She's a nanny. And I saw her, she made a song. And come here, you come to the bigger stage. And we invited her to sing a song. So now we're here, we went to Cebu and we listened how the Filipinos, how the students, how UP Cebu promoting creative industry. And we listened, we talked, we discussed with the students. I saw a student, the son of our partner, it's like, this is 3D. Wow, we can do more. We can collaborate. Russian technologies and your talent, we can do more. So now, just give you some short of education in Russia. There's about 900 universities in Russia. Russia is a traditional, heritage of education. This is Moscow State University, 1755 established, I believe. Wow. And it's very huge, very big. Okay? So Russian government provide scholarships and we are advocating this. Okay? And I believe our partners, Barislav and Tatiana mentioned about these scholarships. And they provide this, and we are encouraging. And the easiest way is just go to studyrussia.group. You pick the program, and then universities, and then we can help. We can help and advise. So this is our friends, one of the university. We work with them, we collaborate with them, we pick the right program. And here the foreigner students, they are welcome to study, right? And we hope also the Russian students will come here also to study. And of course, like what Tatiana mentions, collaborations, exchange students, exchange professors, etc. So what next? Last na po to. This last. This is similar, reflects what our friends from Russia tell me, that we like to develop educational partnerships, okay? Particularly in digital technologies, animations, fashions, tourisms. Then let's create some master class between professionals, Russian specialists or Filipino specialists, etc. And then let's expand the opportunities for Filipino creatives on the global stage. Like Mr. Bench Bello, he went to Moscow, right? And then regional cooperations, of course, from Cebu to regional to Rostov, of course, and of course, network alliance and people-to-people relationships. That's it. So simple. So okay. let me just give you some idea, okay? This is the history of some of the moments when, she's the ballerina. And she studied in Russia, okay? And then she's the Manila ballet, okay? Invited Russians, okay? Here we have, oh yes, the Filipino gamers. We went there in Russia, they won in E-Games. Of course, talented, partners, Filipina and Russian. And of course, our bench who came there. So that's the story, that's which I want to share with you. This is the bridge in St. Petersburg. And we are here to bridge together. Thank you. Maraming salamat po. Spasiba большое. We're done.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amerigo, for that enlightening talk and for championing education as a bridge for global creative synergy. Now, I'd like to take also this opportunity to apologize for Ms. Tatiana and Ms. Shelo for, actually I was supposed to acknowledge first Ms. Shelo, but I unfortunately mistakenly mispronounced Ms. Tatiana. But yeah, I would like to acknowledge this day to, of course, thank everyone for coming in for this show. And of course, may I say how gorgeous and stunning everyone, especially our VIP guests, our stunning, gorgeous speaker. You guys have an amazing outfit today. Very gorgeous, very young. Okay, we now proceed to our press conference segment where our media partners will have opportunity to ask questions and engage with our distinguished guests.